in our midst today, we have someone who is the champion of the people. I look at him in our community, one who has tirelessly worked to serve the constituents, to serve the people he's from. And it's my humble and an honor, pleasure. It's actually a very distinguished pleasure to call on Albert BALDEO, our district leader.
Thank you so very much, Brother Sanjay. I am so happy to have such a wonderful, inspirational message from you, Dharmacharya, and one that resonates with the present circumstances that we face here today. And I want to put this all together. We all came from India, where there's a caste system, and came to Guyana and then to America, and other folks here also have that same history. And Peter Pack at this time of the year, which is commemorated now, has that significant meaning where our ancestors are amongst each and every one of us. So right now you have to figure your grandparents and great-grandparents that came all the way from India to Guyana as indentured servants, very poor, lived in lodges, built a life for us, gave us dignity, and every succeeding generation brought it to a level that we can be proud of. And in doing so, we came to other shores, and our foreparents have now followed us and come to ask you, what have you been doing? How are you doing, my child? All the way from India, all the way from history, from our heritage. And then it commemorates with a plant which is a symbol, this tree, the symbol of life, the symbol of dignity, and the symbol of us making more progress in our lives. And that is the entire significance of this holy time of the year, which is reflected here today. And I want to commend the USA Pandit Parishad and the Federation of Hindu Mandirs for bringing this out to us today, so we can see and we can feel each other, and you can feel your ancestors amongst you and answer to them, what progress have we made? Just like the Dharmacharya was saying, how have we uplifted ourselves? How have we uplifted others? How have we fought the status quo? And how have we, together as a people, are going to progress to higher heights, so that our generations will break out of the caste system forever, and we can be just as good as all Americans. So I address you today as Americans, and give yourselves a round of applause for being great and worthy and industrious Americans who have built this country, who have given of your greatness, who have fought and died for America, who own an equal stake in this land, in this great land. This is what belongs to us. We are equal with everybody else, and never let anybody tell you less. Because if they tell you less, they'll be coming from a place of weakness. They will be coming from a place where you have to uplift them and educate them as to who you are, the rich ancestry you bring, the rich heritage. And brothers and sisters, we believe in Dharma, and we believe in karma. And as I stand here today, history has taken the full turn. That come November, there will be a person of South Asian ancestry, either as President of the United States or as the second lady of the President of the United States, either in Kamala Harris or in the Vice President's wife. So give yourselves a round of applause that history is beckoned to us and turned full circle to tell us that we have made it in this country and that we will be occupying a rightful state where nobody will be looking down upon us. Nobody will say, oh, that's a small event, I'm not going there. No elected official will close his office in Richmond Hill when there is another COVID or any other pandemic like that. No elected official will turn his back upon us. No elected official will come to this community with 5 masks and give them out and say, I am here for you. Because we'll be able to tell them, you're supposed to keep an office open, or all of you come together and have one office dedicated to the people. And there was none. There was one photo op that I saw where an elected official went to Lefferts Boulevard at the train station, gave out 5 masks, then he jumped in his vehicle and went off to other areas where they take all the money that is supposed to go for our schools, our churches, our mandates, our health services, and everything else. They never gave us anything. And I'm happy that this topic was raised by Darmachar, and I thank you for your leadership on this. Because without that, we will never get a fair stake. We will never get a fair shake. And we're getting that today, as you can see what's going on in the White House right now. So lift your head up. Lift each other up. Be proud of who you are. You have worked as hard as everybody else. You and the audience looking on YouTube and Facebook and social media. Understand how proud it is to be a Guyanese. How proud it is to be an American Guyanese. How proud it is to be a South Asian. How proud it is to be a Hindu. That you can stand in America and say, yes, I have built this. I own this. I belong here. I have equal rights with any of you, whether you're white, pink, blue. We have the same blood. And if you don't believe me, go back to COVID. Because COVID taught us all, no matter how high you are, or how low you are, or how black you are, or brown you are, or minority you are, we are all equal. And this was a wake-up call for all the politicians who say they represent this community. All of them who have an office here. I see none here today. Why is that? That's a gross disrespect. I condemn that. How can you not be here as part of your constituency? And you know what happened, brothers and sisters, at that time of COVID? We had the redistricting process coming out. And they cut us up in 4 or 6 pieces again. At every level of government, state, city, federal, Congress, everyone was cut up again. So when they say, oh, y'all don't go out and vote, that may be partially true. And you have to go out and vote, as well as we worship and serve our God. But at the same time, we have to fight a system that has never included us, that is very wary of giving us the power we deserve, and is very shy and very discriminatory against us. And tell it like it is. It's not a guy where we're going to get beaten up and thrown out. This is where religion will keep us strong. Our religion will make us firm. And we will be able to occupy and build America as we have done. So lift your head up, brother. Let's give a warm round of applause for yourselves for being here. You have done well. I compliment you, and I ask you to continue to fight and spread the word. And those on Facebook, continue to fight for your religion. And happy Peter Pack as we continue to symbolize that what was taught to us from our ancestors. And may Lord Krishna bless us all and continue to guide us. May the Federation of Mandates and the USA Parishad continue to be leaders. And then we have people who want to be leaders in our community. Where are they? They're supposed to be here if you want to represent the people. Your purpose of representing us as a minority, and Damachar talked about as a minority community, is not to be the water boy for elected officials. You have to lead by example. You have to stand up and call out injustice when you see it. So those who are running for office of our community, you need to understand that your first duty is to uplift and respect your own community, and not just be a water boy for those who you want to see in office over us. This is worse than colonialism and apartheid. And in closing, I want to read you a poem that our ancestors inspired me to bring today. And it's a very short poem, but one of the greatest poems. This poem was read every day by a man called Nelson Mandela, a man who was imprisoned for 27 years because of what he believed in. A man who took his lessons from Mahatma Gandhi and the great Indian leaders, another area where we lead the world. And it goes like this, it's called Invictus. And I want you to remember this poem. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pitch from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. And Nelson Mandela, as you know, led his people, as we have been doing in this community, to a greater land, a land where they earn respect, independence, and dignity. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the end all and be all, the dignity to be respected and be represented, and to have that sort of camaraderie with other people that live in this or an Indian name, and anything else. We should have those people who died during COVID be honored, those who were thrown out of hospitals, those who never had a chance, those who were discriminated against, those who were treated like second-class citizens, as the Dharmacharya said, and those who now rest in potter's field and unmarked graves. And those for you are our brothers and sisters who were never given even the respect, like you said, of a decent and humane burial. And that, my brothers and sisters, can happen to any one of us unless we continue to fight. And fight we must. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Albert BALDEO, for always being there with us and most importantly, for us. Thank you again. Please give a big round of applause.